we escaped Manila and we've driven clear across the Isle of Luzon, 5 hours to Baler. I'm here with a genuine Filipino friend. This is Jeremy. There you go. And we're in Baler. I've come here because it's quiet, a small town, and also there's a lot of history here, so I got excited about that. Join me as we have a wander around Baler. It's definitely a change of pace here to Manila, which I am very happy about. It's also not as hot. Again, pretty happy about it. Though I am wearing sun cream. I don't want a repeat of Monkey Mountain. A lot of little dogs in Baler. Big fan. This guy over here. His name's Jenkins, and he has a terrible secret. So far there's a lot of these little motorbikes with sidecars offering us a ride. Well, like, where could they possibly take us? This town is so small. They're gonna take us in the street. I think we're okay just walking for now. One of the first things you might notice when walking around Baler is this statue. Now, I don't know about you, but that is one phallic statue. What it's meant to represent is the achievements of the town. Yeah. I think. And they decided that that was the best way to do it.
Well,
it's hideous. I think I want whatever this is.
and that's ube.
I want to try it.
Sure. It's an ube puff.
It's a what?
An ube puff.
That's the one I've wanted. That's exactly what I was hoping I'd have.
It's a sweet roll with ube filling.
It looks like the treat you getting hungry. You see, in my mind, that's not cheese. But apparently it is cheese. So I'm not getting it. We're getting a lot of things from the bakery. Exciting. We just got a bunch of baked goods and it was 18 pesos. That's like 30p. I like that house.
Very authentic.
Very authentic. Just like me in this YouTube channel. Are you subscribed?
Please like the video.
See, I'm not good at fruit, but I've been told this is a mango tree. I don't think they're quite ripe yet.
Nope, not at all.
But we'd survive. If we were here, we'd survive on mangoes. How did he die? He ate a poisonous mango.
He ate too much mangoes and shit himself to death.
Was it a noble death? It sure wasn't. It's alright. Oh, yes. Grumpy boy. I've heard that there's a bridge. So we're going to go investigate that bridge. We don't quite know where it is. So we're walking towards the river, which I think is a fairly safe assumption. So let's have a look.
You're going the wrong way.
I was just telling Jeremy that getting lost and walking a long way in the wrong direction, it's a very authentic experience of filming a video with me. I want one of these. A durian ice lolly?
These are good.
Yeah, I'm sure they are, but what I want is the durian one. I'm sure this is fantastic. This is what I want. We should eat some. I'd like to find some durian. Some exotic fruits.
I'm not going to eat that with you, just so you know.
I'm just going to eat it on my own.
God bless.
Are you not a fan of durian?
God no.
Not a fan. It's meant to be the best fruit in the world.
Uh-huh.
I guess they need a lot of positive branding if it's that bad.
Uh-huh. It's illegal to carry it with you in Singapore, by the way.
Is it?
Uh-huh.
That's how you know it's good.
You're gonna have to pay a fine if you do.
So apparently the power's out in town.
Yep.
Which is exciting. I tried to buy an ice lolly, but they don't want to open the fridge because it'll make everything else melt. And I thought I noticed that there aren't any lights on in any of the buildings, so that makes sense. So hopefully the power comes back on.
Hopefully.
That'd be nice.
Welcome to the Philippines.
Indeed. A pineapple! You just don't think they grow like this, do you? And they do. Who knew? Peanuts grow underground.
Yes.
It'll blow your mind. This is a very beautiful street. There's lots of flowers. and chickens and dogs.
Butterfly.
Some butterflies. You son of a bitch. Come on. There was a butterfly, it was big, it was amazing.
Not very photogenic. Oh,
Not-
he was afraid of cameras,
Yeah.
apparently.
Camera shy. This to me, I don't know if this is fair to say, is what I was expecting from the Philippines,
Oh,
more so than just Manila,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
Which is a city.
Well, this is the majority of everywhere else in the Philippines, outside of Manila.
Yeah.
Or outside of major cities. Oh,
This is what I wanted, I'll be honest with you.
you won't see any high rises aside from Manila, Cebu, maybe Davao.
Yeah.
So it's mostly like here everywhere else.
It's a bit of paradise. Well, it's what we in the UK would think of as paradise, frankly. Until I
You,
realise.
you want heat in paradise?
Well, until you realise it's a brownout, there's no electricity. You can't even buy goddamn ice lolly. Now we think it's this way, but I'm going to tell you, it does look like a dead end.
Yung sa ano? Sa tulay? Dito? Okay, thank you.
Diretso,
Saan?
diretso po, may
Dito?
palikong po roon.
Okay, salamat.
We've been told the directions. Thank you. Thank you. They don't want to talk to me. They just want to talk to Jeremy.
Oh, bakit kaya
They're directing us down this person's side of their house. We're taking the word of children, which you should never do. We didn't go down this road initially because it's missing. The poor guy's got to reverse all the way back down this street. They were telling the truth. We found a bridge. The dog likes Jeremy more than he likes me. Cats love me though, let's be honest. We have a bridge and we did have some karaoke going on at the same time, which I was enjoying. But yeah, here we go. Wow, this is pretty good. Now this is nice. Whoa. There's some jiggle to the bridge. My Hungarian travel companion Paula would hate this. I think this was worth the walk. I like it here. Oh, there's a healthy sway to this bridge, I tell you, for nothing. Whew.
The kid is singing the song.
In the background, we can hear the sultry tones of a small child attempting to sing a song.
He's murdering the song.
It's pretty bad. I think it's time for Pop in a Bar. Let's do it. Mystery hole. I'm going to start off with my pop because I am very thirsty. It's called
Sorry.
Sazi. It's a root beer. I'm pretty sure I know what it's going to taste like. I'm pretty sure it's going to just be a root beer flavoured drink.
Yeah.
But maybe the Philippines do it different. I don't know. There's nothing I can do about this. I've only got one hand.
It's the most exciting pop in the bar you've had.
How much will be left? There's like half a can left. Okay. You might be thinking this is just a root beer. This doesn't taste like root beer to me. It tastes exactly like British dandelion and burdock,
Oh,
which
that's
is
interesting.
British, like a Britain's version of root beer. And I love dandelion and burdock. This is really good. It's like more aniseedy, but it's definitely like tastes like dandelion. If you've never had dandelion burdock, you won't know what I'm talking about. But it's like root beer, but completely different, but exactly the same. That's not very good. This is great. Oh, this gets an 8 at least. I like this.
Nice.
I might have to buy another one because there's only been 3 sips in here, but oh well. And for the barber part of this adventure, we have the things we bought at the bakery, which are now as warm as they would have been if they were fresh out of the oven, I
That's
think.
true.
Okay, this is
Pinatubo. Apparently.
Alright mate. You interested in some? I'm sure you'll get some, if that's okay. If you don't mind waiting.
Yeah.
This is going to sound strange. it doesn't taste as purple as it looks.
Oh,
You know what I mean?
yeah.
It just kind of tastes like a nice, soft, sweet bun with a crunchy top.
Oh,
Do you want to try some?
sure.
It's pretty good.
Mm.
It's like a very sugary cake, essentially, isn't it? It just tastes like a sugary cake. Very nice.
It's a very average Filipino style bread.
Very average Filipino style bread, but I'll tell you, I like it. Yeah. This is good, if you see this. Would you like some? Be kind. I don't think you're meant to eat cake because you're a dog, but you are very handsome. This is an ube roll, which is that sweet potato looking type thing, purple type of vegetable, I guess, that goes in it. You can get liquor with it in.
Some.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah. Some places in the Philippines.
Again, I don't think this is going to taste as purple as it looks.
Probably not.
I mean, other than texture, it's basically exactly the same as the other thing. Exactly the same amount of sweetness,
Yeah.
exactly the same taste. It's more bready,
Yeah.
obviously.
Some places have, some places put coconut preserve in the middle.
Why isn't there coconut preserve in this one? That sounds great.
I have no idea. Ask the bakery.
Come on. Didn't they know that international traveller me was going to be doing a pop in a bar?
Probably not.
Probably not.
It's perfectly average.
That is how I would describe it. It is absolutely perfectly average.
Mm.
It's the kind of thing I would buy before a long bus journey.
Yeah.
You
makes
know?
sense. Uh-huh.
That's what you get. And I'm only giving this to you because you have no friends with you. And you look like you're a very kind-hearted gal, and I like you. You're nice.
Told you dogs like me better.
It's their lucky day. Mind how you go. See ya.
May ano kayo? May malamig ba kayo dun na ano? May inom?
Wala po, sir.
Ayun lang.
Looks like the power's still out. The only cold thing they had was Sprite, so we got a Sprite each. You drinking yours in the shade?
Yeah. Why would I not?
I guess we can give the bottles back.
Yes. Thank you po.
Thank you. That was good. That might be the best Sprite I've ever had in my life. I know that that's meant to be someone probably quite important, but doesn't it look like the guy from Quantum Leap? You know? You know what I'm thinking of? The little guy? What did he do wrong?
Probably a Spaniard.
Be Spanish?
Mm-hmm.
The original town that was built here was fairly washed away in a tsunami. So the church that we're about to look at was rebuilt with loads of brick, like proper stone walls, which is why it became a really good place to run and hide in if you're trying to protect this town, because it acts as a little fortress. And that is exactly what the Spanish who were controlling this town did. During the American-Spanish War, the Spanish lost, and control of Baler was kind of passed over to America, essentially. However, Baler is known as the last stand of colonial Spanish rule in the Philippines. And that's because there was a group of about 54 Spaniards who could not accept the fact that Spain had lost. And instead of saying, okay, you got us, we'll go home, which was the option, they decided to take hold in the church here at Baler. And they did that for 11 months. And what's known as the Siege of Baler took 11 months, and it happened right here. So let's go have a look at that church, eh?
I don't know. I'm not sure if you saw, but there was the tsunami that they said
Yeah.
that sunk everything. Also, it also had the start of the town when they were building it. So
I wish my hometown had a mural depicting how it all started. There were some British peasants That's it. Also, this is Rizal Street.
Mm-hmm.
I guess there's a Rizal Street in most
Everywhere.
towns. Yeah.
There is.
So this is the church where the siege took place. So what you have to imagine is, firstly, you got 54 Spanish people inside, around 54 Spanish people. You have an entire town of Filipino people outside, but around 300 to 500 soldiers. And what would happen is they would just take pot shots at each other for 11 months, essentially. The Spanish built a big trench, so the Filipinos built a big trench. It made the whole thing very difficult. The Spanish had snipers up top all the time, and they boarded all the walls and everything, and they boarded the doors and the windows. The Spanish went into the church with a ton of chickpeas, with rice, with sardines, tobacco and coffee. And you'd think, oh, that'll last ages. But the problem is as the siege went on, all the sardines and stuff completely went bad.
Mm-hmm.
And the funny part is that every now and again, there was kind of like some understanding between the people. So they would let the Spanish leave the church and go get oranges and like try to get some vitamin C and stuff like that. Which is a big deal because the two main Spanish officers who were held up here both died of malnutrition diseases. So it was a hard life inside the church whilst it was being sieged. The first thing that the Filipinos tried to do was burn the church down whilst the Spanish were inside. Makes perfect sense. That didn't work because the Spanish like blew a trumpet as though they were going to charge out the front. So everyone was like, get ready. And they never did. But the people who were trying to burn the church down stopped doing that. And then later on, there were certain times where the Spanish would leave the town, they'd leave the church, come outside, and they attempted to burn the whole town to the ground, which was nice. I want to go inside. Let's see if we can go in and have a look. And this says, quickly translate.
Then,
Are there children having fun in this town?
yeah.
Unacceptable. Aha!
Here's an English one.
This is in English. I'll read this one. A Spanish garrison of 4 officers and 50 men was besieged in this church by Filipino insurgents from June 27th. Did everything happen on the 27th of the month in this town?
Apparently.
What's going on? Avoid this town on the 27th. In June the 2nd, 1899, offers of peace and demands for surrender were refused on 5 occasions. That's actually true. One of the first things they did were they actually sent some Franciscan monks into the church to say, hey, could you just tell these Spaniards the jig's up, it's over, they need to go home.
Yeah.
And the Franciscan monks joined them, joined the insurgents. The Filipinos, in their defense, 2 things. Firstly, it's their church.
It is.
To be honest.
Yes.
And secondly, they asked nicely. They really did. They're not very trustworthy with the old donation box. Oh, there's a little slot in the top. I'll put some pesos in.
No, I'll do it. Too many coins.
Alright, we've paid like any good church. Can you imagine spending 11 months in here, besieged, with hundreds of people outside? One of the tactics that the Filipinos used was just to be as belligerent as possible. There was times where the Filipinos they'd work on rotation, just shouting at the church, just trying to drive the Spanish insane. I see the Filipinos also believe in white Jesus.
Care of the Spanish.
Yeah, I guess so. I imagine that this courtyard was probably used as well. We're being watched by high school students. There's not that much space here. There's not that much like places to be. There's just this kind of room. I imagine there's a couple of rooms out back where people could be, but you've got 50 men in here. They had to dig a well in the courtyard just to get water. What a thing to have to do. It's exactly like when you get like a Japanese soldier stuck in the hills, right, who doesn't believe that World War II's over. Ultimately, after the 2 main officers had been killed or died, they tried to litter the whole church with newspapers. They tried to send American military officers. You'd think, why not just send Spanish military officers? Well, they did that, but they just refused to believe that Spain had lost. They thought any officer that came, any Spanish officer that came, was being paid or being bribed or threatened to do it. But eventually the person who was in charge, who was the third in command, looked at a few newspapers and sat there and thought, I think the war is over and I think we lost. Because you don't want to believe, do you? You don't want to believe that it's over. Anyway, that's the story of the siege of Baler. I think I just like sieges because we did a video in Zealandia, which was another siege in Taipei. Will there be a card? If I can remember to put one, there will be. Now what Baler is famous for is surfing, right?
Yes.
Apparently there's great surfing. The hotel that we're stopping at backs right onto the beach, which I'll probably go have a look at later. Not actually been there yet, so let's get that done. Is this the man himself?
I think so.
Oh yeah. Birthplace of Manuel Luis Quezon. On this site of this town, Baler was born Manuel Luis Quezon, 19th of August, 1868. Indomitable crusader of the Philippine independence and social justice. Great and fiery statesman, dynamic and far-sighted leader. Do you reckon he wrote this himself? It sounds like someone very close to him wrote it.
They were paid to do it.
True patriot. You have to respect anyone that can wear a full suit in the Philippines.
That's true.
And here is his most famous quote. Stay off the damn grass. I like this little park. It's nice. I want to see some more tropical birds, but yet to have. Maybe I'm asking a bit much. Oh, there's nothing like a small town museum. Let's go have a look. Was that correct? Do the Filipinos tell the story the same way? I did learn the story from a Filipino podcast, so I'm thinking I might have been right. I mean, you'd follow this guy into the end of the world, wouldn't you? Jeez. I guess this is what the newspapers looked like that proved that the war was really over. I guess that's what it looked like during the siege, right? This is where the high school students are now. You know? Wow. Seeing the church after the siege, there really wasn't that much to protect. They were kind of... The roof was all gone. Wow. What a life that must have been. 11 months of hell. You know, I absolutely love a small town museum. They're always so quirky and interesting. There's a bizarre amount of people working in there. Are you tempted? Are you tempted? Come on, there we go. That's it. Ah, that's right. You're nice. He knows what's up. This probably isn't something that's going to happen very often on this channel, but I am paddling in some warm water right now on a very pleasant beach, and I'm quite enjoying it, I must say. Lots of people out fishing, doing what they need to do. The beach is kind of ended now. I was hoping to go over that side of the river, I guess. I forgot that the river existed for a second, but now we know, so that's fine. There's a bunch of boats around here. All the fishing boats. Looks like they're going to have a campfire. Why not? What's the catch of the day?
Here,
Yeah, what do you reckon?
it's probably going to be crabs, shrimp.
Crabs and shrimp. So you're screwed.
Yes.
Jeremy can't eat seafood. Well, you can. You just probably shouldn't. Ow, I'm now walking on rocks. Ah, jeez.
Ah,
It's therapeutic. They're hot.
it's really not.
Hot stones. Well, for now, I think that's all from sunny Baler. So thank you so much for joining me. And I'll see you in the next one. Until then, everyone, onwards and upwards. Bye.
Bye.